The following video is rated C for crunk. Alright? Stay tuned. Hey family, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and this is just a quick video. It's a motivational video, and this one is, I'm calling it basic math, okay? The reason why I'm calling it basic math is because, forget what your math teacher taught you growing up in elementary school. Sometimes you have to subtract in order to add. And let me kind of explain that. Has there ever been a time in your life where something that you really wanted was taken away from you and you fought so hard to keep this thing, whether it's a job or whether it's a relationship or whatever, something that you really fought to keep, and when you finally decided to let it go, what you got, the replacement, what you got in return was so much better. And so I want to also say this really quickly. This is food for thought. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place. My brain is like racing. That's what happens when I get a thought like this. My brain goes faster than my mouth. But anywho, I'm going to ask you one question, and I want you to take a minute. Don't answer all quick and stuff. Take a minute and think about it. Are you sure that God gave that to you? You fill in that with whatever. That job, that man, that house, that whatever. That promotion, whatever. My point. I'm going to ask you one more time. Think about it. Are you sure that thing that you are fighting to keep? I mean, I heard this one time in I think it was a Tyler Perry movie, but I love the line. And it said, sometimes we try so hard to hold on to something that God is trying to take away from us. There was a situation that I was in that I was trying so hard, more than one time, but especially recently, something that I was just fighting tooth and nail to hold on to something. And it just seemed like no matter how hard I tried, it just wasn't working out. And I remember what my mom told me. My dad's the pastor, so you guys always hear me talk about my dad. But my mother is a strong woman of God too. Please don't sleep on Mom's dukes, because my mom's been a Christian since she was 16. But anywho, my mom always says when God gives you something, he gives you sweatless victories. I love that. Sweatless victories. If you have to fight like that for it, my question, are you sure God gave that to you? Are you sure that's not what you wanted? Are you trying to force it to make it seem like God? Because if God gave it to you, you don't got to fight, and you don't got to beg, and you don't got to cry, and you got to do all the stuff that you're doing. I'm asking you one question. What you are fighting for, hard, fighting for tooth and nail, are you sure that God gave that to you? And if you're not, it's time to pray. It's time to pray and ask God to let his will be done and to show you. Whenever I'm in doubt, I always say, God, just show me. Show me a sign. Show me your will. Show me, Father. If this is not you, then please let me see it. Make it plain to me, Father. And that's what I'm asking, because so many of you are struggling. One of the reasons why I say this is because so many times I get letters from people who are saying, you can hear it, and well, not really hear it because you're reading it, but I'm just saying you can feel how hard they're fighting. The man's cheating on you, doing this, beating you, and whatever. And the girls are just fighting so hard to save this relationship. Why? Are you sure God gave that to you? And if he didn't give it to you, it's okay to let it go. Because what he will give you as a replacement will be far better. I can tell you from experience. I'm not going to tell all my business, but trust me when I tell you, there is a testimony, a huge testimony in the making, and I will share it. That's one of the things about me. God knows if he blesses Sean, that she will tell everybody. I am a loudmouth. God will not, I'm going to tell you, this is an FYI. I know I'm all over the place, but just stick with me. I know what's the point. Point is, when God blesses me, he knows I'm going to tell everybody that I know. Because I like to tell, when I'm grateful, I love to tell people about the blessings. So I know when it's my turn, I will let you guys know. But my point is, I know I'm all over the place, yeah. And I'm crunk and I'm hype. Maybe it's the baby, I don't know. Anywho, my point, okay? Point. Are you sure God gave that to you? And if you're not, it's time to pray about it. And if you have to fight, think about the situation that I'm talking about. I don't know what your particular situation is, but whatever that is that you are fighting for and you are praying about and you are up late at night crying and depressed and all of that, All of that. You know what I'm talking about. Whatever that situation is, whatever that thing is, whoever that person is. If you're, and it's just taking and pulling and it's just dragging you and it's just taking so much away from you. Are you sure that God gave that to you? And if he isn't, it's okay to let it go. Your replacement is going to be far greater. And this is another thing, just really quickly. A lot of people like to say, I'm waiting on God. Who's to say he's not waiting on you? For you to get out the way, for you to make a move, for you to finally get fed up. You know what I'm talking about? For you to finally get fed up. When she finished messing with this dude, I'll give her the real dude. When she get tired of this. When she gets tired of him cheating. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, I'm random and I'm crying. I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm reining it in. But I love you guys. You know I do. I hope you guys kind of get my central point. I'm a Gemini, so I'm always all over the place. And I'm crunk for some reason. But I love you guys. Ask yourself that question, though. Okay? Think about it. If it's keeping you up at night, stressing you, giving you unnecessary gray hair, raising up your blood pressure, like physically making you sick, and you holding on to it so tight, why? That's not how God blesses you. That's not what a blessing looks like. A blessing is a sweatless victory. Stop sweating, all right? Deuces.